Okay, so I think we are good to start now. I hope I can be heard. Jazz, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Hey Ruth, I can actually hear you. Can you hear me?
Great, great, great. All right. So, welcome everyone to our community call today. This is our community call number 9. My name is Ruth, and I'm joined by my co-host Jazz. And we have a very special guest today, as you can see, our very own CEO Arthur. We are excited to have you all here on this call today. And we have a packed agenda today. We have plenty of insight to share with you. We'll be basically discussing FILLiquid's journey so far and what the near future holds for FILLiquid. Welcome, Arthur. To kick things off, maybe you could tell us about the motivation behind these community calls and community interaction, because we know that community interaction is something you deeply value. So yeah, maybe you can share more light on that.
Sure, thanks Ruth. Yeah, I mean, thanks everyone for joining, the 53 of you all, and I believe that there will be more of you that will be joining, hopefully. The whole idea is of community calls, it's truly really, while we are all caught up in the day-to-day, overwhelmed with the amount of workload, our day-to-day, it's one session that we're giving us the abilities for us to be showcasing what we have been doing, to updating, and most importantly to be engaging with each and every one of you. As today we are building this entire project FILLiquid. It's truly practicing the code is law principle, and going back to the fundamentals of our project being fully decentralized, fully open source. This entire project belongs to you, because no one is were able to edit, modify or there's any backdoor to it. So essentially, such community calls host something very very valuable to me is because it is an opportunity for us to engage with you, to connect with you, from different parts of the world, and most importantly, it's just not only about us, but essentially, so it's also to really hear your feedbacks, your recommendation, how we are able to improve ourselves. Because essentially, this journey is it's all about we traveling together, and it's just not as us. So I do hope for the next 45 minutes to 60 minutes, we'll take this opportunity to really be connecting and engaging. That's not a stranger, but I want each and every one of you to feel this is a very safe space for you to be connecting with us, primarily us as FILLiquid team or the entire community. I would love to hear your thoughts, some of your feedbacks, and I believe that every one of us is again the FILLiquid teams we're able to take this constructively.
That's great. Thank you very much, Arthur. So yeah, we'd like to hear more, about what's in store for FILLiquid. But before that, maybe Jazz, would you want to take us through the quick poll?
Okay, sure. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Welcome, author. It's an amazing time today, and we're so glad to have you with us here as we go over this community call. And it's always a delight to hear you speak, to hear the in-depth knowledge you have, and author comes with a wealth of experience in Web3, in the corporate world, finance, etc. And I strongly believe that we're going to get a whole lot out of today's community call. But before we proceed, we'd like to jump on a quick poll. And the poll is about your knowledge with respect to FILLiquid's recent development. So I'm going to drop the poll right now in the chat box. And you tell me, on a scale of 1 to 5, how familiar are you with FILLiquid's recent development? Just give either a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's quickly have a CA4 there already. That's a solid one from Neptune. A 5, okay, okay, okay. A 3, okay. So while you are casting your votes, if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1, you really need to listen to this community call today. And there are tons of materials, tons of content out there that the team that we've been putting out on YouTube, on Medium, on Twitter, on Instagram. Talking about FILLiquid, where we've been coming from, what we're currently doing, and where we're heading from here. So you can keep yourself up to date. You can speed yourself from a 1 to a 5 within a week, just going through our content. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can
Yeah,
see the 4s and the 5s, or the
I
threes are
see
taking
more
over.
threes. Yeah,
The,
I see
the
more
threes are taking
threes.
over. Can we
Yeah,
have the four? Can we have the 4s and the 5s?
I
Jess and
see a
Riv, I generally think
4.5, which is quite
those
close to 5.
those who actually vote 4 and 5, I would really want them to really be speaking and coming up on the stage, because it's like you guys are probably are the are playing such an instrumental role to FILLiquid. So making sure now we're gonna mark down those who are actually ranking 4, 5. You guys will have an opportunity to be speaking then.
Introvert is laughing because he chose a 3. So eh, you
You
have
And there's no
said
stage
telling
fright.
when. There's no telling when. This is like a smart contract, so it's immutable. This is all blockchain. So everything that you have voted right now, everything it's right now. You cannot edit, you cannot modify. It's exactly like FILLiquid, a smart contract.
exactly, exactly.
So
So
OSK, Neptune, Edagabon, Panda, so yeah, and Trusted 001. I think 4.5. So you should be really trusted. So you guys should keep your heart open. You can be called upon. Okay, we have another 5 year cryptica. You can be called upon to join us on the stage anytime, and share what you have, share your 4s, your 5s with us here today. Amazing poll. It's an awesome thing to see that you guys are well updated with what FILLiquid is up to, what we're doing, and we're so glad. It shows that you guys are also invested. You guys are part and parcel of this community, of this project, and we're so happy to have you here with us today. Thank you very much for that. And
Yeah.
you can keep on voting anyway. We'll still come back to that. So over to you, um,
Okay.
Ruth. You can
Okay.
take it up from here. Have the
All
floor.
right. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for participating. So yes, now back to Arthur. Let's jump into our discussion today. So, can you take us through FILLiquid's journey so far? I mean, what has been going on so far? Would like to hear from you.
yeah, sure. I mean, the teams has been working tirelessly. I'm sure the marketing teams has done splendid jobs by giving all the updates as transparent as possible. I think you could see that from our X account, from all social channels. Um, whatever that we know, and of course not forgetting mediums as well. I think that's a huge of content right out there, and by just following this information, you're definitely knowing that you are being part of this journey, and it's just amazing. I mean, for the fact that for those who have voted even 3, 4, 5, which means I think that is like giving us some validation that we have been really been sharing all this content with you guys and with our development of our journey as well. But today I definitely want to touch on few important things. Of course, if we rewind the time back a bit, as most of you know, that we have completed 2 rounds of our test net. The previous rounds of our test net, we had witnessed about 15,000 of unique addresses have participated in a test net. A total of 9.1 million of field tokens that's been staked. And on the other hand, on the borrower side, there was about 2.1 million of field tokens that being staked by 57 pledge miners. So in total, that will give us a total of TVL of 62 million from both sides, from the lenders, from each and every one of you, and the borrowers too. Excitedly, of course, I'm sure that you have also received our announcement or heard an announcement that all security codes, our smart contracts has been audited, has been tested, has been verified by the 2 most reputable audit firms in this space. They are none other than Certic and Sellers. And this is truly a big milestone for us because which means this is one step away from going to mainnet. And of course, this is something that what you guys each and every one of you have been eagerly waiting for those who have been following our journeys from day one. And as to date, we have also witnessed a total right now, if I'm getting this right, a total of 2.3 million of field tokens that's being staked, and also 567,000 of field tokens that have been borrowed. And of course, all this are can be unveiled right on our protocols itself. On top of that, of course, I'm very eagerly to share one of the things that we're going to touch on. It's something that each and every one of you very proud, ecstatic to be sharing with every one of you today. On top of that, of course, from the areas of business development, you can see me that we are going actively on offline activation as well. So recently, I had my engagement over in an AI blockchain event in Manila, and we have received overwhelming support, received tremendous support for our product. And the fact that because our product is truly decentralized, if today we are talking about what really the data economy is needed, essentially it goes back to only 3 main criteria. And that will be first, that will be always we're talking about programmable, we're talking about immutable, and we're talking about verifiable. Essentially, we are living in a world today. It's very important to have that transparency, to have that trust, and to have the honesty. And this is something that what FILLiquid provides, protects the community, because it's a testament of being a fully decentralized protocol. And to really just delve deeper into the understanding of decentralized, we built this protocol in such a way that we practice the code is law principle. In a nutshell, there's no other intermediaries were able to be intercepting, to be budging in, to be manipulating it, to be modifying it, editing it. There's no backdoors in that sense. So, this being said, this product is not about, this project is not about myself, Ruth, Jess, or the entire team of FILLiquid who's working behind the scene. But this product is built, for the benefit of each and every one of you. And it goes back to FILLiquid vision as being the mission of it as is to be accelerating the global adoption as of decentralized finance with our secure, transparent, and efficient solutions, providing financial inclusivity for everyone. Our biggest aspiration is to be seeing each and every one of you to be having a better quality of life, to be in better well-being, in the position that you are in than ever before. And that is something we are truly excited to be riding on this journey with all of you. So that being said, yeah, we are also conducting a lot of AMA sessions as well, and that it's also there's a step away for us, because the fact that we're going to go to mainnet, so you will be seeing us as a very actively involved in partnerships with other projects, and of course we're going to make tons of announcements of partnership, because we believe that this entire space it's really it's no man is an island, right? And this space it's really all about integration, partnership, collaborative support, and it's exactly how we need the support from each and every one of you to ensure that this journey of ours will be a great success. There's one thing that I would also like to share which our upcoming plans but I think in we recently did oh yeah, not forgetting we recently did our first ever, so Filecoin has finally launched their Discord. So I'm not too sure how many of you have attended the debut Filecoin AMA session. If you did then I would love to know how did it go. Probably you can share who attended. Let us know how did it go. And we are very honored and humble at the same time to be the first invited guest to be sharing the stage for the Filecoin Discord AMA session. And speaking of Filecoin, the upcoming event which will be taking place the Filecoin event will be taking place in Brussels. And that's something that we're very excited to set our presence there, to really be building the ecosystem to be stronger, bonding with the Filecoin ecosystem, and hence that's something that I'm very, very stoked to be sharing this experience with each and every one of you, of what's going to be taking place and setting the precedents in Brussels itself.
Wow, thank you very much, Arthur. That is very reassuring. You touching on how security is important to FILLiquid and all these activities. Yeah, with regards to, I know, I mean, yeah, the Filecoin AMA was a very good one. And we had a lot of people from our community joining in and engaging on there. It was very good, but I know FILLiquid has also been involved in other offline events. You've been speaking at various events, and I think this is also an opportunity to talk about it and let people know how busy the team has been and trying to put FILLiquid out there. So maybe you can shed more light on that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've done so many that probably is I might need you to set a reminder for me. But just this week itself, we have
Yeah.
done 2 AMA sessions in a day itself. So we started off with a decentralized green data. So it's really incentivizing individuals of making this environment a better place. Something very groundbreaking, something very interesting. So that was in the morning. So I'm not sure in the Asia time zone. So it was rather very interesting because it really dwelled very deep into the technicalities of it. But of course, I really just wanted to touch very much on the 2 features which recently have been launched, is the governance voting and the fixed staking, which is truly and incredibly beneficial to each and every one of you here, for the community, because you play a part of the entire project, and we want you to have that sense of ownership, that sense of belonging, with FILLiquid as a project itself, just not here as a user or community or moderator, whatever the roles that you're playing, it doesn't matter. Every one of us have our own journeys of growing, with FILLiquid. So I was touching a lot on that, really sharing a lot more on the governance dashboard itself, and primarily focusing a lot, really going back of the testament of what FILLiquid is being a truly decentralized open source protocol, like not a half-baked fully decentralized protocol out there, but really fully decentralized, as you could see that, we have been now verified tested and even audited by two most reputable firms. So I was touching a lot on that, during with Akrin, so that was on a Wednesday. And then in the night, in the Asia time zone, I had the privilege to be jumping on the AMA session with Jonathan. Jonathan has a vast knowledge just in the Filecoin ecosystem. So even when I was having a conversation with him, it was a very smooth conversation. If you guys have missed that, fret not. Go to the YouTube channel, and you could really catch the live recording version. And I hope that you were able to pick up a thing or two from there, even from Jonathan or myself. So we really spoke about Filecoin's ecosystem is overall, and how Filecoin itself was just able to make our world a better place with the entire decentralized data solutions. And of course, I couldn't hold my excitement from jumping in and talking about how FILLiquid were able to solve the issue. The fact that FILLiquid is truly solving about capital inefficiencies in the market, helping even the field token holders to be earning just a bit additional passive income, just some more dollars to be paying either your meals, and like putting food on the table. That's something beautiful for me to share about, right? The fact that for the longest time ever before the FVM was established, um field token holders are unable to maximize their profit. And right now, ever since the FVM was established since last year March, and I think it has opened up doors of opportunity. And that's why what really excites us FILLiquid to be here, because for us it's just not about the profitability. It's not about where are we going to take the project, but essentially it's how we're going to improve the qualities of the well-being of everyone being part of this journey with us, be it whether as a community or even the storage providers. Even for the storage providers, if you have followed our journey, you read our Medium publication, you've always understood that one of the biggest hindrances for the storage providers, it's the capital, the financial burden of them, finding more capital to be acquiring the field tokens to expand the storage efficiency. And that has always been creating a lot of imagine putting yourself as the storage provider, for sure, in a heartbeat, you will be having a lot of headache, a lot of troubles and worries to things okay, now I got to constantly just buy and acquire more field tokens and are exposed to the market volatility. Market volatility is another big subject for us to be talking about. And on top of that, I have to over collateralize. And all this has always been such a big hindrance for the storage provider. And right now, with FILLiquid itself, it really fills up this gap. And I think, and I truly believe if I'm in a position, I feel so rejoiced. I feel so at ease right now that I was able to do my business peacefully. And I think that truly, really open up that huge doors of opportunities. So I spoke a lot about that. I think I have a lot of passion in it, just to really how to improve the well-being for both ends. Yeah.
Wow. FILLiquid has been quite busy. We can see that. Also, I mean, especially for those who gave themselves five and have been following FILLiquid closely, we saw pictures, videos, images from the AIBC Asia Summit. You were a speaker there. Maybe you can tell us more about how that event also went.
Sure. But first and foremost, I just want to engage back with the community. And I have to say that the Fig mascot really just brightens up everyone's day. It's cute, it's adorable. Every time when you send out the emoticon, it just puts a green on my face. And don't you guys agree? If you guys agree, just type one. Yeah, I just love it. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you see that it's like this blue, fake mascot, it's brightening up the day, making your day, whatever day that you are having, by just seeing the mascot, don't you feel like you are a happier person than half an hour ago? Because I sincerely do. And I was just thinking, it's like a roof jazz. It's like if we able to materialize this fake mascot, it's like to become a plush toy, and you're able to own it, wouldn't that be incredible then? Would you want it? If you want it,
I, I,
then it's
I absolutely want this. I mean, looking at it, just merely looking at it, it just makes it's as if it's smiling at me and I have to smile back. It elicits just genuine grin from me. So I don't mind. I don't mind. This is something we will look into.
absolutely, so I'm not sure, because maybe we can be biased a bit, Jess. But let's to the older community, to all 67 of you, if you truly, really believe that you want this fake mascot to materialize and to become a plush toy that wears, you are able to see it before you sleep, and the first thing that you would like to see is when you wake up, please just type one. And I can champion this to the marketing team for us to really materialize this, Dan.
I'm part of the community, so I'm definitely typing one.
Lovely, lovely. And so for all of you who's actually voting one, then it's very important for you to catch us at live events, staying tuned, staying close to us for all our live events, because that's where we're definitely going to give out the fake mascot then, yeah. So yeah, I mean, coming back, always love just to engage with the community. So AIBC Manila, it's a very interesting event that where they invite industry leaders across the world, essentially from Europe, from the States, from Asia. So where AIBC, it's really about bringing both AI and blockchain, and as they believe that these two are heavily matchmake, the perfect marriage, as they say, and that's something what I believe personally as well. So I we so FILLiquid participated by me moderating the session. There was one session just plucking the brain on the VC, understanding how VC think, what are the trends, and then the other panel discussion was where me are participating as a panelist, and I was contributing my thoughts on what are the factors that be filling up the crypto bull cryptos for this year, the cryptos for bull run this year. So I gave my thoughts. I think it's just not about halving that we're seeing, but more importantly is I think we have to really primarily focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum's ETF, because that's truly a big milestone for the crypto space. It's we're opening up these doors of opportunities for the retail individuals who have never possibly have an access to crypto, and right now it's easier for them to do it through ETF. So I spoke a lot about that. And of course, FILLiquid was being selected as one of the top 6 finalists to be pitching at the AIBC Asia pitch. And that's where FILLiquid participated. I like to believe I slayed effortlessly. I slayed, and I slayed to the extent that where the judges didn't know what other intelligent questions to be asking me. So I think that's a good response from the VC investors, or the panel of jury.
Nice, nice. Wow. Thank you again, Arthur. So I think we can have our next quiz. I know we have been running a number of campaigns. As you know, with FILLiquid, we like to give back to our community through these campaigns, activities where community members can participate and earn some rewards. So we've been running a number of campaigns, and I'd like to hear from our audience which of FILLiquid's community event or campaign has been your favorite so far. Would like to know, I've posted that in the chat. Would like to know what you think and how we can, okay. So I see answers coming in already. So I see Testnet and Zili. Okay, we currently have a Zili campaign running. So yeah, I would like to hear from the rest. Let's hear from you. Which has been your favorite campaign so far? And as we are talking about campaigns, maybe Arthur can share some light or achievements of FILLiquid so far. Some of the things that we've run successfully on FILLiquid. In terms of campaigns, in terms of community activities. Yes.
Certainly, I think one thing is that which is really groundbreaking and it's a big achievement for the FILLiquid is a product. It's none other than the governance dashboard which that's on the beta test right now. We're finally on the final sprint of testnet. So drums rolling, we're getting very close to the main net. But I'll leave that to Ruth asking me a more right question for me to unveil when exactly the main net would be.
Yeah.
But essentially, the governance voting and the fake staking features are available right now. So going back to the fundamentals of our governance dashboard, it allows everyone, every one of us to really be making recommendation, proposing, suggesting on how we were able to improve this product. And going back to the basic foundation of it, there's always two types. There are two types of proposal that where you could make. The first one is the technical, whereas the modifications to the system, the design, the model, the parameters and other technical aspects. And then it comes to the other general proposal that where you were able to make a suggestion on the community engagement, marketing strategies, and various operational aspects. So I highly urge every one of you to really be taking these opportunities to really be providing a feedback before we officially launch our mainnet. And that is it's your feedback will be all valuable, all welcome, because we're going to take that as the precedence of how we're going to move forward with the product. Of course, essentially, even when we go to mainnet, of course, the journey just doesn't stop there. It is just the beginnings of it. It's going to be a long journey ahead. Even one of yours said in the comment box that it is a long journey, and the fact that where once when we fulfill our vision being the most premium and the biggest Filecoin liquidity provider solution, that essentially is what we definitely then will be integrating with other chain, with other assets, and I truly believe that's something that every one of us here will be very excited. to almost be as close as Lido for Ethereum, Jito for Solana, and we could see ourselves, heading towards that direction. And I think the future is definitely very bright ahead of us. So yeah, so I highly urge every one of you, and I think that's something that what Ruth and Jess later on will be sharing some updates with the Zili campaign,
Yep.
that where we are also will be including of you providing us your suggestion. Is also going to be part of the task that where you will be incentivized and rewarded too. So hence I would want to urge every one of you to take that opportunity, for you to be giving your feedbacks, and we truly welcome all feedbacks constructively, and that's something for us to be working together as a team.
Great. Yes. So we announced our new sprint on Zili this week. So maybe Jazz, you can tell us more about the current Zili sprint and some of the questions there, so that members are aware and can participate to earn some fig.
Okay. I think okay, I'm still audible. Okay. So about our Zile campaign, we currently have our Zile campaign running. It started yesterday, and first of all, before I continue, I'd like to say that if you are here on this call and you're already participating in the Zile campaign, you already know what to do right now. Take a screenshot of this community call. Just take a screenshot of your Discord screen. You on this community call, and go to the Zili, go to the quest board, and there is a quest there that says join our Discord community call. This one has a very high amount of XP. So all you have to do is just take it there and drop the screenshot as evidence that you joined this community call, and also it helps you to level up on our current Zilli campaign. So our Zilli campaign is ongoing, and we have a prize pool of 15,000 Fig tokens. This is way more than the previous one, which was just 10,000 Fig tokens. And the truth remains that we are out here to incentivize our community, and as we move towards the mainnet launch, best believe that you'll be having more and more of these, incentives that will be rolling out to our community, to all of you here. And there are several questions. Well, this time around there are about just few of them, but we try to see how to, make it more interesting, and also for the new members that will be that are joining FILLiquid. So you have calls, you have quests like like, reply, retweet, very simple quests to carry out, follow up, social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, Telegram, Facebook. We are all there, and also join our FILLiquid Discord, get this FILLiquid family role, and get your way up to the FILLiquid OG road. That's about 1,000 XP. You don't want to miss that for anything. I think that's even the one I'll be shooting for. And you invite friends. It was earlier on, it was 10. You had to invite 10 friends, but currently it's 5. I mean, within the space of during the duration of the Zilli campaign, it should be easier to invite 5 friends to join the community, join the campaign, share the link with them. You join. We'll definitely have another Discord community call before the end of the campaign, or before the end of this particular sprint. So stay glued to our quest board, as we're going to add that again for the next community call. We'll be having tons of AMAs, just as our CEO has said. So our AMAs that will be coming up. We also have that on our quest board. And all you simply need to do is join our AMAs, join our online events, even our real life events. We'll also create a platform, create a platform for that, where those of you who can participate in our real life events can also take pictures, share with us, and experience points, and then also get to earn fee tokens from that too. So these are like almost all the questions that we have there. And most importantly, participate in our governance voting. And when you participate in our governance voting, we need you to give us feedback. We need you to give us a review of what your experience is like. What was it slow for you? Was it fast for you? Did you enjoy it and all of that? Give us a review. You can send it. You can drop it in the Zilli campaign text box there. You can also send it in the community. You can open a Discord ticket, and send us a review. Whichever way you want to send us a review. Very, very important. So this is all from the Zilly campaign. And if you have any other feedback, like Arthur has said, if you have any other feedback, reviews, things you want to do, suggestions, or we are open to receiving all of this. So feel free, hit us up, open a Discord ticket at any time of the day. Our mods, we're all very, very active, and we're all here to respond to you all. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Saga. I mean, Jess, I really Saga, just want to really amplify again Saga, the importance Saga, of this project Saga, being a project Saga, not us only, but it's we. So it's essentially it's very important for us to be hearing your thoughts, your feedbacks Saga, because it is a community project Saga, essentially going back Saga, to the power belongs Saga, to you. And that's to really touch on this. I think one of yours have asked us what is it's the what is the there was one question is I think I just really want to address this is what is fake token is it's all about. So fake token is plays such a powerful and influential role that you have the ability to be proposing to vote on to implement changes through the established governance procedures. And this it's that power belongs to you. You only have the rights to be securing your assets, your funds safely, and it all belongs to that power to you. So the fact that we're by utilizing this big power that you have over here, you are able to propose modifications on the systems, parameters, upgrading transaction rules, or even introducing new functionalities as to really ensure that those protocols will move swiftly, rapidly, and smoothly the way that how every one of us want. There's only this much that of brain power that the FILLiquid team were able to have, right? But together we were able to match this and to champion this and to really bring it forward. And of course, I mean, the excitement part comes when this goes into listing. This is really going to be showing a validation of how strong and powerful the community is. I just want to add on I'm absolutely stoked, humble, and honored to say that today FILLiquid is it's the largest, most active staking protocols communities in the entire Filecoin ecosystem. And this feat and achievement wasn't just achieved because of us. It's because all of you that have rallied this and have given us the unwavering trust and support and belief in the work that we do. So my dear friends, families FILLiquid, this is really a real powerful project that where you have that ability to be part of this. And I just can't imagine how high that the values of the fake tokens would be when well we will be going and listing. So yeah, please I encourage urge you really try out the governance dashboard, giving your suggestion. I mean, apart from being incentivized, for part of the new Zilly campaign, but essentially it's this protocol, it's us.
Okay. Yeah. So I see a few questions in the chat there, but I would address your questions shortly. I see Marvin is very bent on asking about the ambassador program. Yeah, we are going to talk about that as well. But yeah, Arthur, you mentioned mainnet launch in your submission earlier. So maybe I know this is like a burning question on a lot of people's mind. Maybe you can give us a hint on when the mainnet will be launched. Yeah, we'd like to hear that.
Certainly. And I mean, on this part, I just want to applaud every one of you for really being very patient with us. I know, and I heard, stories that how since day one, it's like you're being part with us, it's like on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's like it wasn't it's like really the smoothest journey ever. And in fact, it's like I mean, in any project, it's like there's I think we all need to understand it's like that if FILLiquid is like it's really a project it's like that where we're gonna rush the process, trust me, so that it's not going to be sustainable. And even the fact that whereas we went to the extent of having another round of testnet, which is the final sprint of this testnet before we launch that. No, it's really truly us protecting to ensure that all these codes that are being audited and verified by the two largest security audit firm. And yet, on top of that, we want to make sure we want to ensure 100% that this is going to be right for everyone. And I think this is something that I want everyone to realize how important that it's not us taking our own sweet time, but everything it's properly curated, study, and carefully uh, uh, well thought before we really put to go into launch. So really truly, and I just want to applaud every one of you, for your understanding, for your patience, to understand what really took us this long for us to be going to mainnet. But the fact that because we are not rushing the process, more the reason why I want to validate this as this is going to be for long term. This is going to be sustainable. This is going to be for future for everyone. So that being said, today I'm very very ecstatic and happy to be announcing that our mainnet will be launched within drums rolling da 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 dun, about a month time from now then. Yeah. Uh after speaking to our technical development team, we understand that I know most of you couldn't wait any longer, but I also
Mm.
believe that the timelines it's right for us to be launching our mainnet, and the exact date we will be announcing 2 weeks right before the launch itself. So stay tuned on our social channel, stay tuned on Discord, on X, and I'm very sure that we're gonna do another community call in 2 weeks time, and to be announcing the exact date. So yes, 1 month time from now, and after wow, a
Yeah.
long journey right from the ideation stage.
I
Finally,
know.
we're gonna go to mainnet.
Yeah,
Super,
I mean, there
super
are people that have been with us since day one. They participated in the phase one of our testnet, phase two, and have participated in the current governance voting. And I mean, we appreciate you all, and we'll definitely keep you updated because that is the next milestone for us, which is the mainnet launch. And I know that is also going to come with other activities like pre-sales, whitelisting. So yes, and on that, we would like to hear, Arthur, what the next steps are for FILLiquid. What are our plans moving forward?
Certainly. So, you said it right. So of course, mainnet is going to be the main focus right now. So within a month time, for now, the all focus will be launching mainnet, and subsequently, then that will be airdrop. So stay tuned
Mm.
with that, of course. Airdrop is it's really going to incentivize every one of you. So it's a good time for you now to start having more bigger bag of fake tokens, and this is with the high anticipations before we go listing. So then subsequently, from airdrop, that's where we'll be also announcing our community pre-sale. So grab that opportunity for those who have been with us, right from the beginning. You have seen how the team has been working tirelessly. Even Ruth herself, I mean, you have been hearing her voice for the last couple of months. She was also one of the very, very first team members being part of this team. So she has magically created from nothing to something today, engaging with the community, with the moderator, with the OGs, uh, and
The
not forgetting,
ambassadors. Yeah.
yeah, and not forgetting, our Korean communities again has really been very, very helpful, very supportive, followed by the
Yeah.
Chinese community. So,
Yeah.
I think it's really a great motivation for us also to really just keep moving forward, because it's your enthusiasm is it's our motivation, for us to even go further. So, the airdrop, community pre-sale, and then that's where we'll go into the DEX listing. And then of course, then TGE, and last but not least is on the sex listings as well. So on the centralized listings, of course, we are aiming for the top 10 of centralized exchanges. So stay tuned in that. I think that's going to be very exciting. So coming back again, so I'll tweak that environment a little bit. So the dynamics a little bit. So of course, right now, so the fake token is all about having that power, for the vote, to modify recommendation and all that. But the real excitement comes, and when you're able to trade, the fake token, on an exchange. And that's where it's really going to be an exciting part of your life, because for all the work that you've been doing, and of some of yours, I know that you have been very participative in all the campaigns to participate. I understand some of the campaigns it's rather quite mundane, but again, it's start with an end in mind. Focus why you are doing this, and it's essentially you are just really making your bag of fig tokens to be bigger. And I think the sky is the limit. The world is your oyster, and you just cannot imagine how high fig token would be, with everything in place. And of course, subsequently, we are very excited to the next move will be, of course, the cross chain interoperability, compatibility. That's where we were able to integrate with others chain. You'll be hearing a lot of partnership updates as well, just to really make the protocols to be sexier and have more features for you to be using the product. And essentially it's seeing FILLiquid is it's uh a product that where you have that stickiness, you know every day. It's going beyond just farming, staking, lending. It's going to be part of your day-to-day life, and that's what we want to touch the human's life, of what FILLiquid has installed for all of us.
Great, great. Thank you, Atta. So our time is almost up, but before we open up for our community members to address their questions, we currently have ambassador program running, and of course, we have plans of expanding the program. We are currently onboarding new ambassadors onto the platform. So I don't know, maybe you can say some few words to ambassadors. They'd like to hear from you. Yeah.
Sure. So yeah. So I'm very excited to be welcoming all the new ambassadors. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Essentially, ambassadors it's definitely the bloodlines, and our because each and every one of you plays a very paramount role in shaping what FILLiquid is. you know, Being an ambassador, it's you are the face of FILLiquid, you are the voice of FILLiquid, you are the soul of FILLiquid, you are the breath and the depth of FILLiquid. And it's you being out there engaging with the people, with the community. So I really want to open up my arms to welcome you. Of course, it's we are still progressing and also improving. So do let us know, Jazz, Ruth, of how you're also able to improve this ambassadorship. But I want to encourage you to really have your skin in the game, to really be fully committed into it, because you will get the first hand news first information. And even yesterday, when I was jumping on conversations with Ruth, chat with Ruth and Jazz, and I was just saying that 1 year from now, one of a great vision that I can see is it's to really having an ambassadors retreat. Everyone coming together, just not connecting online from any part of the world you are from, and how we want everyone is to meet in person and to have that human connection. And I think that's something that I really look forward to be materializing this, because the ambassadors plays a very very vital role to shape the progress and the growth of FILLiquid. So yes, I mean, please acquire information of how you are able to become ambassador. Even coming Monday, I will be addressing a commencement address to 400 undergraduates in a university. And it's also going to be my task and my mission is to be onboarding more younger individuals to be part of the Web3 space, in a rock solid project, for them to understand just not only cryptocurrencies making money, but really understanding how blockchain technologies were able to improve the life of people. And FILLiquid is able to have the checklist, ticking on the checklist of how making everyone's life to be better and greater. And I want to educate these young individuals by becoming ambassadors for FILLiquid and having that skin in the game. So don't wait too long, guys. You guys have earlier privilege before I start sharing to the 400 over students.
Nice. Yeah. So Marvin, there you go. Our CEO has, given his feedback on our ambassador program, and we'll definitely engage you guys more on Sunday. Thank you all. Yeah, so we have a few questions in the chat. One from SDEC. He wants to know if other coins beside Fail be able to stake on the platform, for example, ETH. I don't know, yeah, who would like to take that? Because I know FILLiquid. Okay, please, sorry about that.
Sure, no problem. So certainly, the FVM, the Filecoin Virtual Machine is compatible with EVM. It's designed in such a way. So the answer is yes, but not for now. For time being, as I mentioned earlier on, right now, our main vision is to really becoming the most premium and also the largest of Filecoin liquidity provider solution. And hence, subsequently, that's where we are going to have the cross chains and also cross chains compatibility, and that's where I can see that FILLiquid will also move towards the direction of what Lido and Jito for Solana is. Lido for Ethereum, and Jito for Solana. So I think you can sort of like making that comparison of Earth heading towards that direction. If you understand Lido allows some other assets, I think 5 or 6 other assets to be staking on their liquidity protocol, very similar to Jito for Solana as well. So definitely heading towards that direction. So but our main focus right now it's just in the Filecoin, because Filecoin is huge enough, and essentially we want to be are not a jack of all trades and master of none. We definitely want to stay very laser focused, and I believe once when we immerse ourselves as the number one, certainly there's a lot more other things that we can do, by just integrating with other assets. Yeah. I also want to touch on of course, user experience. It's also one thing that we are going to pay a lot of attention on. User experiences in just shaping the protocols to be much easier for our communities, the users to be using. So I think that's something that what we are also going to improve on. Speaking of user experience, Also, one of the other developments again that we are going to touch on, it's also our websites as well. That's some things again that where we are progressing again, of changing again, the website interface. We'll be incorporating again, FAQ, and even like some other making more user friendly again, for users, communities, or even any individuals out there again, who doesn't have any knowledge as like about Filecoin, nor as like a decentralized data storage, nor as like a Web3. The moon ones when you visit it's like a FILLiquid.io, it's just very easy as like to chew all this information. And I believe as like once that's being achieved, we should able as like to even be increasing as like more liquidity as like to our product.
All right. Unfortunately, our time is up. And yeah, would like to still hear from community members. So please, I mean, you can put your questions in the general chat. Our moderators will attend to those questions. Thank you all for joining in today. And we are committed to keeping you all informed and involved in every step of the way. So don't forget to check our official channels for the latest updates and upcoming events, and be updated on and I mean be part of the journey as we get closer to launching our mainnet. So thank you everyone for making it to this call today. For the ambassadors, we would meet you guys on Sunday, and you can ask all your questions there. Yes. So and yeah, thank you. And Jazz, Arthur.
Thank you very much, Jose. So yeah, have a wonderful Friday, and a good morning, good night, so wherever you are then.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye.